introduction. You make me feel like a superhero. For those of you who didn't get it, I am Lily Ennis. I am 31 years old. I am from the Boogie Down Bronx. What are R-E-S-P-E? How y'all doing today? Good? All right, cool. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of my personal background, but I'm going to, touch more on how I built this team in Connecticut, okay? Now, at the age of 25 years old, things were very good, okay? I was at a very successful point in my life. I was married, I owned my properties. In addition to that, I had my education. I'm all out of breath for being hyped. But I had a very good career and I had a very good job. My background is in physical therapy. The only issue is I was diagnosed with breast cancer, okay? I am a breast cancer survivor. I'm 7 years healed. And you see, when you go through something that you think will completely destroy you and annihilate you, every day after that is a gift, okay? I started to live my life more with purpose. So a lot of people look at me and say, oh, I'm so sorry you went through that. Don't be sorry for me. I'm thankful, okay? In addition to that, after I was healed, you know when it rains, it pours, right? Okay, so I was now pregnant with my second son. And while I was on maternity leave, that great job that I had that I worked so hard for, they outsourced the entire rehab and wellness department and I was out of a job, right? But all I learned growing up from a very strict Latino background family was you go to school, you do your best in school, you get a good job, and you're thankful for that job, and you do your time, and you retire, right? But I knew I didn't really want to live like that. So instantly when I lost my job, I just went what society does. You look for more jobs, right? The only problem is I was faced with rejection. Because I did really well for myself at such a young age, it was, you're overqualified. You're overqualified. You're overqualified. I didn't fit in, right? But all along, I didn't realize that God's rejection was actually my blessing. Okay? Thank God corporate America got rid of me. Right? So what did I do? My uncle told me, well, you know what? Go back to school for something. So I listened to my uncle. He said, Obama is giving away grants. So when I went and applied for that grant, guess what? You're not eligible because you already have a degree. Another door got slammed in my face, right? God's rejection, God's blessing. Now, I was a couple months fast forward, and things were starting getting really rough financially. So I went and applied for government assistance, right? The only issue is when you apply for government assistance, if you have a mortgage and you drive a certain type of car and you have a savings account like you're supposed to do, guess what? They're like, no, we're not helping you, okay? Society rejected me again, but you know what? It's great, because we are the crazies, right? Yeah. We don't fit in, right? So pretty much, fast forward a couple of years now, because, winners don't get up. It doesn't matter how many times life knocks you down. What matters is how many times you get up, right? So I'm in a living room in the Bronx, and my mentor, Jarrell, he's showing off his baby. Because you guys know that fortunes are built in living rooms, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So he's showing off his baby, and at the time, I was a wife, mother of 2. I had 3 businesses, right? God is good. He built me right back up. You know the story of Job, right? Yeah. I got rid of everything, but he built it right back up. And in addition to my 3 businesses, I was very, very busy. The only problem is I was time broke, okay? So when I saw this, my husband is a DJ, and he's self-employed, okay? So vacations were something that really wasn't imaginable for us, because when you're self-employed, and if he's not at the club and he's not freaky, we're not getting paid, right? We're not getting paid. So vacations was something that was like, yeah, that's not happening. Now, he presented this information to me, and I was wowed. I was like, I'm all in. I started making a list in my head already. And what I'm about to share with you guys are two things that really were critical in helping me build the market in Connecticut, which is invitation and duplication. All right? So when I saw the information, instantly I thought to myself, oh my God, so-and-so doesn't have a job, they need this. Oh my God, this person loves to travel. And I started making a mental list, right? Because I knew how many people this could be wonderful for. And now I lock in my spot, and of course Jarrell starts to do a fast start training. And he says, this is what you need to do. You need to invite everybody. Don't judge anyone, okay? It doesn't matter whether you think they have the money. It doesn't matter if you think they're business-minded or not. Just invite everyone that you know and start making a list of at least 20 people. And I looked at him like, are you in my head? Right? Because I was thinking the same thing. So he says to me, here's the deal. When you invite them, you are not going to mention anything about money, right? Don't mention anything about cars. Don't mention anything about travel. And don't mention anything about business. Now in my head, I'm like, why not? I wanted to run home and go tell everybody all about this, right? I was so excited. But here's the deal. I never did network marketing, okay? So I put my ego aside, even though I have my 3 businesses, and I said, you know what? He's the expert in his field. So let me just be coachable. Let me just listen to him. You see, the problem with so many of us is that we're too damn smart for our own good. So I want you guys to, if you haven't read it already, I want you to pick up a book by T. Harv Eker. And it's called Secrets to a Millionaire Mind. Yes. That book is phenomenal. So in that book, he mentions that the secret to success sometimes is not learning what you need to know. It's unlearning habits that you already have. Again, some of us are too damn smart for our own good, okay? You guys ever know those professional learners that they go and they have like 1 million degrees and they still keep going to school and they keep going to school, but they don't ever do anything with it, right? Well, Mark Aceta, our director of training, he tells us knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. You see, the problem is that happens with us in our teams. Some of us know all the audios, right? But yet we're not applying it. And the issue is, you ever have that conversation with someone on your success team and you want to help them build, and you say, hey, listen to this audio. Oh, I heard that already. Okay. Hey, read this book. Oh, I read that already, right? And then you're having a conversation with them because you really want to pour into them and you want to help them. And as you're speaking to them, they're finishing your sentences. And if it wasn't for personal development, you would bring their next, right? So again, some of you need to just be learn-it-all and not know-it-all. And some of you need to just unlearn what you think you know and remain coachable. Cool? Yeah. Okay. So after you've made your list, correct? Here's the deal. You have to separate the presentation from the invitation. Some of you are like, you can't hold water. You're ready to explode. Here's the deal. The minute you start talking, you lose. You have to remain coachable. Listen, these are things that our mentors have told us. Just duplicate it. Don't reinvent the wheel. If they say, don't say a thing about why you're inviting them, listen to them. Just do it. Cool? Yeah. All right. Now, here's the deal. Once you've made your list and you're inviting these people, a lot of you are not going to like this, but amateurs text, professionals call. Pick up that phone and call. Okay? We can't be hypocrites. We can't sit there in presentations and say every day, oh, grow out of your comfort zone, yet you're not willing to grow out of your comfort zone and pick up that phone. Pick up the phone and call them. Cool? All right. So, here's the deal, and I'm going to keep it very real with y'all. Will y'all allow me to keep it real with you? Yes. All right. Let's just say, right, the government, you're privy to some cool information, and the government tells you, we're going to give you $1 million. All you have to do is get 4 people to your house, and they will give them the $1 million too. Now keep it real with me. Are you going to text your homeboy and say, yo, what you doing at 7? You can come over. It's cool if you can. No! Right? You know you're getting $1 million, and you know they're going to get $1 million. What are you going to do? You're going to call your mama first, right? You're going to say, Ma, I need you to be at my house at 7 o'clock. Yo, it's mad important. I can't even talk to you right now, and you're going to hang up. Why are you going to hang up? Because you got more people to call. You're going to call all your cousins, all your aunts, all your old neighbors, all your high school friends, because you know what this $1 million is going to do for you and what this $1 million is going to do for them, right? Yes. The problem is you're not inviting that way. Okay? You want to know what the real problem is with a lot of people? You're inviting with money in mind, and you're not inviting with change in mind.
Come on.
Okay? You know that we have the deal.
Yes.
And if you're not inviting right, it's because you don't know we have the deal. You need to wake up. We have the deal. If you worked at Foot Locker, if you worked at Lord & Taylor's, if you worked at whatever retailer, you had a coupon and a discount, everybody would want it, right? They want this. They need this. Invite that way. Don't show people World Ventures because you want to make money off of them. All of you joined World Ventures for what? Fun, freedom, and fulfillment. In some way, shape, or form, you knew that it would change your life. You knew that either you were going to travel more, you were going to expand your horizons, you were going to become more cultured, you wanted to travel, make money, drive a nice car, whatever it was, you knew that it was going to make a difference in your life. Yet you're showing these people because you want to make money off of them. Care about the person that you're showing them. I don't even care if it's a homeless person on the street. Show it to them because you know they need this. Show this to them because you know you can plant that seed and let them know that there is a brighter tomorrow. Invite with change in mind, invite with purpose, and it will completely impact your business. Cool?
Yes.
All right. Now, you all signed up for a reason, and hopefully you're fulfilling that reason and you're remaining coachable, right? And now you get these people, right? I personally, it was a holiday week, and I invited 50 people to my home, okay? Out of those 50 people that I invited, 30 showed up. This is a numbers game. Invite as many people as possible. Out of those 30 that showed up, at the time, Rel and Raisha, they were what Johnny Wimbrey calls, they were in crackhead mode. And they were showing like, what, 5 TVs a day? 5 TVs a day, and I was the last one. So they were running a little bit late to Connecticut, and I called him and I said, are you anywhere close? 8 people just left. And he said, oh, 8 people just left? All right, cool, we'll be right there. You know, bro, he's so cool. He said, we'll be right there. I said, okay. Now he walks in to see 22 people in my living room, and his eyes lit up, and I didn't know why, right? Long story short, the TP went very well, okay? As a matter of fact, the people waited to see this information. They waited over an hour to see this information because of how I invited. And no matter how long they were waiting there, what's this about, Lily? What's this about, Lily? Lip seal. I told you it's a surprise you have to see, okay? And they waited. Now, the TP went well, like I said. In the middle, I have a funny story about my TP. In the middle of Rel's presentation, I was in the middle of 2 of my personals, and I was looking at this information like it was the first time I saw it. I was so excited all over again, okay? Do your job in the middle of the TP. Don't start texting or don't be unenthused, because how do you expect them to be excited about what you're seeing if you're not excited about it, right? And I have my first personal, Smooth, he's in the back over here. He gets up before Rel even goes into timing and placement. He walks into my kitchen. He's like locking my spot. And Marlon, you guys know Marlon, right?
Yeah.
90-day bonus to General Marlon, right? Marlon sees Smooth get up, and he goes, wait a minute. You're not going to leave me behind. And they literally raced to the computer. It was just phenomenal, right? Now here I come, and I'm scheduling Marlon's first TP. And it was a Saturday, and he tells me, I said, when do you want to do this? He said, let's do it next Saturday. I said, no, that's not how this works. This works rather quickly, and we need to do this on Tuesday. Cool? He said, cool. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know why the hell I said that. All I know is that that's what Ro told me. So I told Marlon the same thing. Now, obviously, I poured into Marlon, and I told him everything that I knew. Now, mind you, I'm a rookie, but I told him everything that Ro told me. Operation Duplication, right? And Marlon packs the house. Marlon gets 5 people on his first sign-up, okay? Now, when Marlon gets his first person and he's sitting down to schedule him, the guy says, it's the holiday season. I'm probably going to do this in like 2 weeks. And you know me, I'm such a red, I'm ready to open my mouth like, no, that's not how we do this, right? And before I could even open up my mouth, Marlon says, no, that's not how we do this. This works fast. And in my head, I'm like, cha-ching, ching, boom, bang, connect, all kind of wet bars and funk flex bombs, right? And I'm like, yes. Why did Marlon do that? Because I did it. Why did I do it? Because Rel did it. Why did Rel do it? Probably because Tara did it. Operation Duplication, people. This is how this works, okay? People will not follow what you tell them. They will do what you do. Cool? Cool. All right. Now, Marlon does that, and I'm like, yes, all excited, right? Now, Rel says, we have an issue. The TP's on Friday, but I'm leaving on Friday to go see Michael Jackson. Now, I don't think you guys really, especially for some of our newer folks, understand who Michael Jackson is. I thank God every day for that man. Because of Michael Jackson, the company will probably have to change the comp plan. That's our mentor. That's our leader. That's who built Team New York, okay? So he said, I'm not going to be here on Friday. So I said, okay, is Tara available? He said, no, Tara's doing another TP. Everybody was busy, right? Now let me tell you guys the difference between winners and whiners, right? The whiner would have said, I'll wait for you to come back from Miami, Rel, right? And the whiner would have said, oh my God, Tara's so busy. She hasn't even been here yet, right? Let me tell you something, sidebar. I'm going to keep it real with y'all real quick. If your mentor isn't busy, go follow somebody else. Because that's foolishness. I've heard people complain, oh, my mentor is never around. That's a beautiful thing. That means you're following the right person, okay? So instead, I know I'm not a whiner. I know I'm a winner. So I said to Rel, all right, send me the presentation. And I thank God every day that all this man did was look down on me, because you know how tall he is. And he said, okay. And he just sent it. See, a lot of times as mentors, we put limitations on our success teams that don't exist. Let them run. Rel is a genius at ignorance on fire. Let them run. If they feel they could do it, let them do it.
Yes.
If they mess up, so what? They
yes.
know. Right? So fast forward to Friday, right? And it's my first TP, and I'm presenting by myself with Marlon. And I look and I'm like, I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know what I was doing. All I know is that I was excited, and so was Marlon. And we gave that energy, right? At the end of the TP, believe it or not, we got all yeses. Do you know what that did for my self-esteem? I felt like, yes, I'm Superwoman, right? Listen, if you're doing something that scares the crap out of you, do it. Like I am right now. Do it and thank yourself later, okay? Now understand that I already had my 4, But that day, I got my wings, and I took off, okay? Now, my team hit me up. I need to learn the presentation. They all wanted to learn the presentation. In Connecticut, we don't build a culture where it's optional to present. No. Tara always said it. Person with the clicker makes the most money. Let's go. And that's the culture that we built. Why did my team want to learn to present? Not because I told them, because I showed them. Cool? Cool. Now, a lot of people, there's a saying in World Ventures where you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. You see, I personally have an issue with that statement because mindset is everything, okay? And someone who doesn't have the right mindset is going to take that statement and turn it into a crutch. No. You take ownership of your business. Take ownership of your business. Who better to show your friends and family members but you? Go show off your baby. Oh. That's your baby. They don't know me. They know you. Go show your baby. Cool? Yes. All right. Now, Operation Duplication and everything that I showed you is just how I went from 0 to 100 real quick. But actually, I went 0 to 500 in 3 months. Woo! That's what Connecticut did. Thank you, TT. So another book that I want you guys to read that I felt was very instrumental is Go Pro by Eric War. So what I learned from that book is very important. Rel told me to read that book. When I bring somebody on into my organization, into my team, one of the first things that I tell them is, look, you can move very fast, you can be very successful in this, but here's the deal. In order for us to grow and do great things in this company, I need to make you as independent from me as possible. That is one of the first things I tell them as soon as I start training them. You see, the problem is some of you want to do network babysitting instead of network marketing. It's not going to work that way, okay? A lot of you are scared to tell these people what it is straight up front because you're scared of losing them. But the same concept applies. Some will, some won't. So what? You lose a couple, lose them now. Lose them early before you build, right? I'd rather get the weak sauce out of the way. You can't run with me, boy. You better get ready to leave right now. I'll give you customer services number, right? I'm notorious for that. Oh, you have a problem? Here goes 907, whatever the number is, right? You need to set that tone. Now, I was very reverent of my mentors, okay? Tara and Rel had everything that I wanted. So I started taking a look at their behaviors and their rituals, okay? I started respecting the process. And I noticed that Rel was every day or every other day in Philly. I'm like, damn, he don't love us no more in Connecticut. He's over here in Philly all the time. Now, when I got the call to go do a travel party in Boston for only 3 people, you think I said no? My mentor is out there driving to Philly every other day. Why am I going to be lazy to drive to Boston? Operation Duplication. Now, I start driving to Boston. What is my team doing? Zulie's taking trips to Virginia. James is taking trips here. Sig is going to Atlanta. My team started driving everywhere. Why? Operation Duplication. People are not going to listen to you. They're going to duplicate what you do. Okay? Now, I also had conversations with Tara. If any one of you have had conversations with Tara, I always joke with her and tell her that I wish she lived inside my head. Because she's just such a brilliant and intelligent leader. She's a very eloquent speaker and has a way with words. And every time I would have a conversation with her, I'd be like, how do you know that? Oh, I read this book. Oh, I read that book. Oh, I don't watch TV anymore. So clearly, she would hand down those books to me. And then I would do the same and say, hey guys, you guys need to read this. Operation Duplication, right? So a lot of you would like to complain and say, you know what, my team is not duplicating. This isn't happening for my team. And I'm going to leave you with this one last thought, okay? Before you complain about your team, Ask yourself, would you follow you? Thank you, Miguel.
0 to 100, okay, real quick.